Welcome back to my channel. So friends, today I'll discuss a complete new topic which is very important in astrology. Many people do not know about this, okay? And they face the difficulties in their lives. Now, in my channel, basically my goal is not making money or grabbing your money. So that is the reason I do not do personal consultation. I'm not a professional astrologer. I have never accepted a single penny from anyone. And people who have ever consulted with me, they know it very well. Okay. Now, my goal to make this channel is to create a self awareness in astrology. Astrology is not about cheating. Okay. If you learn astrology, this is an ancient divine knowledge. Okay. If you have respect towards astrology, then understand it, learn it properly. You don't need to go to any astrologer who asks for money. Nowadays, there are many money making organizations they have opened. Okay, many people are now creating webinars and they are discussing amongst themselves. And some of them, I do not want to name anyone here, they are saying vague things. Once, I heard about someone, and it actually, uh, when I was browsing through YouTube, it came to me directly. Basically, I was watching, and that particular person was saying something about nadi astrology and talking to another astrologer. Okay, and they are saying that something, they are going to create something big. I do not want to name that channel, but whatever they have said regarding nadi astrology, it's complete bullshit. Sorry for my words, pardon me. Okay, but whatever I have heard, I just looked away. Just foul words. Okay, those are not nadi astrology. Okay, anyways, let's start with this video. Now, people who do not understand, okay, sometimes people say, what will I do? How will I understand Saturn? Okay, why Saturn is creating so much problem? I created another video, I published it earlier regarding Saturn. Hope you have watched it. Okay, and I have mentioned it clearly that Saturn doesn't want anything from you. It will not hurt you until you do good karmas. That's it. Now understand this thing. Spatial aspects. Have you ever thought about this thing? A simple basic thing. Why Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter have their spatial aspects? Because they have some important roles to play in our lives. Today, I'll give you a very fruitful and important hint how to lead your life. That is a very important thing. Please understand this. Okay, then you can overcome your problems in any particular area. Now, basic idea I hope you have. Okay, but still I'll try to make you understand. Saturn's aspect. What are Saturn's aspect? Spatial aspects I'm talking about, not the seventh aspect. Every planet we know, suppose Saturn is sitting here, or moon is sitting here, or sun is sitting at any planet, it will directly aspect the seventh house. That is the rule, we know it, right? But spatial aspect, Saturn has its spatial aspect of 3 and 10. Why? What Saturn wants from its third aspect and 10th aspect? See, suppose for an example, I'm coming one by one. Okay, understand this and match it. If it doesn't match, then do not watch this video. It will match 100%. Wherever Saturn sits, any house it is, its third aspect would be, suppose it's sitting in your seventh house. For an example, if Saturn is your seventh house, it is aspecting this particular house 1, 2, 3. It is your ninth house, and it is aspecting Seventh house aspect I'm not taking because I'm talking about special aspects. Okay. 10th house aspect on this particular house, on fourth house. So Saturn sitting in seventh, its third aspect is coming to ninth house and 10th aspect is coming to fourth house. What do you need to do? What Saturn wants from you? Okay. I'm coming one by one. Let's start with seventh house only. Suppose in your chart Saturn is in seventh house. Saturn is aspecting your ninth house of dharma, as well as ninth house of father, as well as fourth house of mother, fourth house of your own house or your motherland. Okay. It means you have to show courage. Remember, note down the points. One, courage. Second, discipline, special attention. Okay. See, third house of third aspect of courage. So if Saturn sitting in seventh house aspecting your ninth house, it means you have to show some courage towards this particular house. If you are doing something related to dharma, be careful, and you may get some challenges from your father as well. Ninth house is of your father. Okay. It might sound bad, but I'm not like it happens that some people face uh, violence in from their childhood only. Okay. So they have to take some firm step. Wherever Saturn is casting its aspect in any particular house, third aspect. Okay. Third from Saturn. One, two, three. Okay. Note down the Karakatvas or significance of that particular house. 100% you will be facing challenges in your entire life regarding that particular house. If you do not show courage, if you show courage, Saturn will be good to you. It will be beneficial to you. It will do good. If you do not show courage, you will be gone and nobody can save you. Because Saturn is telling you that you have to show courage in that particular area. This is the ninth house of father, ninth house of your dharma, ninth house of long distance. Some people are very afraid to go away from their motherland. But whenever Saturn casts its aspect, third aspect in ninth house, it says that please show some courage. You have to go outside. You have to do a long distance journey. Show some courage. That's what Saturn is saying from its third aspect. I'm coming one by one. If Saturn is in your Lagna, third house is getting the aspect, third aspect from Saturn 1, 2, 3. So you have to show courage to your uh, younger siblings. Okay? You will face many challenges from them if you do not show courage. If you show courage, they will be good to you. They have to be. If Saturn sits here, number 2, 1, 2, 3, third aspect, it's coming to fourth house. So you have to show some courage towards your family. Okay. Otherwise, your family will leave you or you will have many tensions or many problems from your family. Okay. I'm not saying many more things here. Okay. You have to understand, you know the effects. Okay. If Saturn sits in third house, third aspect on your fifth house, you have to show some courage towards education. You have to show some courage towards your children or your lover. Fifth house is also it denotes your love relationships as well. You will face many challenges, otherwise you will face multiple hindrances in your life if you do not show courage. When Saturn sits here on your fourth house, it will aspect your sixth house. Okay. Third aspect on your sixth house. That's a beautiful combination. Sri Ramchandra had it. You know it. Shasha Yoga, he was Cancer ascendant, Karkat Lagna, and Saturn was actually sitting in fourth house, exalted in Libra, in Sri Ramchandra's horoscope. And Saturn was casting its aspect on sixth house. Sri Ramachandra was the destroyer of evil powers. Okay, he had to show courage. Okay, and he could kill Ravana as well because he showed the courage. I can win. Sixth house is a house of enemy. Okay, so he had to show the courage towards enemies, and he was never been defeated by anyone. Next, fifth house. If Saturn is in your fifth house, then one, two, three, seventh house. Okay, seventh house is of marriage. You have to show some courage towards your marriage life or your marriage partner, or if you are in a partnership business, then you have to show courage towards your partner. Otherwise, you have to face some issues in your life 100%. Okay, now if Saturn is in your sixth house, then it will cast its aspect in eighth house. You have to show courage towards your sadhana or your secret life. Suppose you are doing a very good thing but secretly, you don't want to come out. Okay, you don't want to show this to many people, but you have to show some courage and do it. And you have to do some meditation or sadhana as well. Saturn, if sits in seventh house, I have already spoken about. If Saturn is in your eighth house, then third from eighth house, 8, 9, 10. You have to show some courage towards your professional life. 10th house is profession. Okay, remember this. Otherwise, you have to face problems in your professional life. Okay, if Saturn is in your ninth house, then this is the Bhagya Sthan, or 11th is the house of elders. Okay, so if Saturn is in ninth house, 1, 2, 3, so it's casting its aspect, third aspect on 11th house. It means you have to show some courage towards your elders. Elders means your uh, family elders, like uh, your uncle, maternal uncle, anyone in your house, okay, who is much elder than you. This is the house of elders. And even if you have a big brother or big sister, okay, this is the house of brother and sister as well. Younger brother, sister, elder brother, sister. Okay, so you have to show some courage towards them. Otherwise, you have to face some challenges. If Saturn sits in your 10th house, then third from Saturn is your 12th house. You have to show some courage towards bhakti or spirituality or sadhana, etc. So if you are trying to meditate but you cannot concentrate, but you cannot have that, you are not getting that courage. Okay, you have to show some courage in that particular area. Saturn will help you. If it's actually sitting in 10th house and aspecting your 12th house, third from Saturn is coming to 12th house, then you have to make sure that you don't need to be afraid of going abroad. If you go to a foreign country, you will do well. Okay, you have to show courage. Someone, if having this combination like Saturn sitting in 10th house, and he or she doesn't want to go abroad because he or she is afraid, but don't be afraid. Otherwise, you have to face difficulties. Okay, show some courage. If Saturn is in your 11th house, then my friend, it is casting its aspect on yourself, Lagna. So if you are a person who is actually not very aggressive or very shy kind of person, but you have to face many challenges in life if you do not show courage. You have to act accordingly, according to Saturn's placement. Okay, otherwise, there would be sufferings. That's it, because you are not showing that courage to anyone. That's not good. Always you have to show some courage in a particular area. If Saturn is in your 12th house, then it will cast its aspect on second house. Second house is of speech. So you may be afraid of talking in front of everyone. So you have to show your courage and speak about anything or everything, whatever you want. Okay, and this is the house of earning as well. So regarding earning also, you have to show some courage. Now, two things very important. Now if you see that, okay, Saturn's position is this, and now third form Saturn, it's not quite matching with me. Please see if there is any particular planet. Okay, suppose Saturn is in your 7th house. Okay, but if you have a very good relationship with your father and all, okay, here I'm just giving an example. Suppose it is Mesh Lagna, okay, and Aries. Saturn is sitting 7th house. Now third aspect is on 9th house of father. So you see that dharma wise also you do not have any trouble, you do not have any issues with your father, but you see that you have issues with your wife. Why? Suppose you see that here it is Libra, okay? Suppose you see Venus is here. Now Saturn's third aspect is getting Venus, okay, which is your 7th lord. Then you will have some issues with your wife. Okay, you will have some issues, you may have some issues with your uh, speech, because there is the second house lord also. Second house is of speech. Okay, so you may have some problem of stammering. Now this is number one point. Number two, please check till now whatever I have said. Check your Saturn's placement and come and tell me in my comments. Okay, use my comment section if you want, that whether you are facing challenges in your life or not on that particular area. Third from Saturn, if you have been facing or you are currently facing this kind of issues which is related to that particular house which represents third from Saturn, then please show some courage. You will have good result. Okay, if Saturn sits in 4th house and its third aspect is on 6th house, then 6th house is of service as well. Okay, so you will have many professional enemies, but you will win over enemies. Nobody can do anything to you. You will have enemies, but you will win over enemies. It will create a Viparit Raj Yoga or Shatru Hanta Yoga particularly, okay, for you. If you show courage, if you do not show courage, then you will have to face troubles. Nobody can stop this. Okay, in my next video, I'll explain the 10th aspect of Saturn. What 10th aspect suggests and tells you to do. Okay, Saturn's 10th aspect. It's very important. Stay tuned to my channel. Please do subscribe. And if you like this video, please put a like. See you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.